Hello, my name is Artie Phillips and I'm a reporter with the Killeen Daily Herald. Today I will be interviewing Democratic candidate Sandra Blankenship for House Seat 54. So the Texas House 54 incumbent, Republican Jimmy Don Aycock, did a lot during his tenure with education as well as in other areas. How will you carry on this legacy of getting things done, and what will your priorities be?
Every child deserves a basic standard of education. We need to make sure that is a priority in this state. This state needs to make sure that that is a priority. Every child deserves a basic standard of education, and every school should be a good school.
So what do you think it will take to get every child the basic standard of education?
Well, right now the funding system is a bit messed up. There was a court order that said, we meet minimum standards. I don't think minimum standards is good enough. We need to make sure every school is a great school. And we need to make sure that it is funded, and that is the priorities. We're working with $1 billion less in this budget cycle, and it's where your priorities are. And I think one of the highest priorities should be education.
One of the things that has recently been on everyone's mind for the past year or so has to do with water safety, just after the Flint, Michigan crisis. What is your plan to secure the residents of House District 54 safe and reliable water sources?
Yeah, right now the Trinity Aquifer is an option for storing of these floodwaters. We need to put that out as an option, and we need the commissioners to actually look at that seriously. The population of Texas is expanding at a massive rate, and we need to make sure we have the resources available for them. Clean drinking water, clean air, it needs to be a priority. This is another priority. I mean, just like, what kind of society do you want? And so, yeah, how do I put this? Yeah, conservation, water storage. Let's make this a reality.
In Killeen, as well as in other areas, obviously this is their main areas for military families as well as veterans. What do you think the top issues are for military families as well as veterans?
Well, making sure that we have jobs in this area, good paying jobs, and we can get there with renewable energy jobs. We can make this happen. All I have to do is bring in various companies. We have the infrastructure. It needs to be updated, but we need good paying jobs so people don't have to work 2 to 3 service jobs just to try and make ends meet.
So how do you plan to represent military families at the state level?
Well, I want to make sure that military families get the benefits they were promised. Their children deserve to have access to go to college education and get so many hours paid for. And that was put through in the budget, and it wasn't funded. It needs to be funded.
Now, for the House 54 seat, what do you think makes you a better candidate over your opponent?
Well, I decided to run because I was tired of people running for their own personal interests or putting party before the needs of the community. I intend to run for the people of the district. I do not have an agenda. I'm happy with where I'm at. There's nothing there. I intend to vote for the people of this district.
And do you think there is anything else that the voters should know about you, or that you would like the voters to know about you?
Let me see. I am fiscally responsible. I'm going to have my house paid off in about 18 more months. I know how to do a budget and stay within my means. I can invest in the future and still maintain my budget. So that's one of the big priorities. And just to think, what is the priority in this state? I want to make sure that education, healthcare, and jobs are a priority.
And when you say invest in the future, what exactly are you talking about?
Well, we need to get our infrastructure up to speed to make sure that people will be drawn to the area. We're talking businesses, but good businesses, renewable energy businesses. We need to make sure that our future is safe for our children and our grandchildren. We need to make sure that their kids are educated for the future.
Is there anything that you feel that you may want to go back over?
I believe that everyone in the state needs to have the basic standard of health care. Everyone deserves access to health care, preventative health care. And we need to expand the Affordable Care Act in this state. It will be paid for by the federal government fully for the first 3 years. These are our tax dollars that went to pay for this. They should be brought back into this state. And it is reprehensible that people are out there and they are dying because they do not have access to preventative care.